guys, it's me Rebecca. So this vlog will be like a couple weeks, couple weekends in my life. I do have some like fall events that are happening. One was supposed to be tomorrow, but because we're having like not ideal weather, it got postponed to next weekend. So I decided we're gonna film that. And as well, there's like some sort of like festival that was supposed to happen last week that also got postponed because it was raining last weekend as well. So yeah, next weekend will be quite busy for me. But this weekend I do have a library book, so it's been a while, and yeah, it is quite close to me. So yeah, that and I've kind of been like homebound for the past week, so I'm kind of like excited, I guess, to get out of my house for like a day or so and just do something that is fun for me. So yeah, then next week I'm assuming will be quite busy for me, so we will see. Yeah, I will take you along to any events I go to, any walks I go on, and you know the drill with these vlogs. So yeah, and I might try and show more homey stuff. I don't know. It's just I feel like my life is very boring, and because I don't have a tripod, there's not a lot of ways for me to film a good angle. So yeah, we will see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. So it's the next day. I just realized I never said what I'm reading. I'm currently reading the 13th Tale by Dan Satterfield, and so far I am loving the atmosphere. Like, it's a perfect book to be reading like on a rainy day, which I kind of know because it's been raining a lot where I live. So yeah, but it's about this woman, and she is asked to be the biographer for this famous author, like, and for her it's a bit weird because she's like I guess a wiki biographer. Like, she's written like a piece or so. Like, she's not really well known. She's not very famous. Yeah, and as well, it's a bit weird for her because she's never really read anything by this author before she was asked to be her biographer. So yeah, it is pretty interesting so far. I've seen it compared to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, but make it gothic, and it does have a gothic vibe. I don't know about that comparison. No, I've never read Evelyn Hugo, so. But yeah, today I did go to the book sale. I didn't film anything because it was quite chaotic inside. Like, it was in this high school and there was just a lot of people, so it was just a bit overwhelming for me. But I did get a few books. So the first book I got was Keeper of Night by Callie Lee Baker. And this is about this girl who is half British Reaper and half Japanese Shinigami. And she's currently living in Britain, but something happens that forces her to go back to Japan, I believe. And yeah, I've heard a lot of incredible things, and it sounds interesting. So yeah. Next book I got was Edinburgh Twilight by Carol Lawrence, which has this cool cover. And this is about this murder that takes place in, I think, Newtown. It takes place in Edinburgh, and it's about this detective who's trying to solve it, but he has his own history. And the description of this book plus the cover, like, this seems really interesting. So next book is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which is a book by Heather Fawcett, which is about this woman who is studying fairies. Like, she is a scholar, and she goes to, I believe it's like a fictionalized version of, I want to say, like, Iceland, like it's a Scandinavian country from what I know. and she goes to do her research, and later on she's joined by this fellow therein. Yeah, I've heard really incredible things, and it's really interesting. And a cool thing about this edition is this is like the naked hardback. Like there's no dust jacket or anything. So, and I also got Hester by Lori Rico Albanese. This is historical fiction, and this is about a woman who moves to the U.S. and meets Nathaniel Hawthorne and becomes entangled with him. And that sounded interesting as well. Next is The London Zion Society by Sarah Punner. I read this author's previous work, The Lost Apothecary, and I've enjoyed it, so I wanted to pick up more of her books. But I believe this is about a seance seance group that happens in 1873, and it's about this woman who moves to Paris to find answers relating to her sister's death, and yeah. The next book, and this is going to be a chunker to pick, so bear with me, is this edition of War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. It's a very floppy edition, but it's very heavy. The next book I got is Cult Classic by Sloane Crosley. And this is about a woman living in New York, and she's at a reunion dinner of some of her former colleagues, and she thinks she sees her ex-boyfriend. Well, she sees one, and she sees another, and so on and so on. And yeah, she's recently engaged, and it's just really her exploring her life and her memories and whatnot. Like, that seemed interesting from what I read about it. And lastly, is this edition of Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell, which is about these 6 lives and one adventure, and I believe it takes place all over the world and different dimensions, if I'm correct. And yeah, it seemed interesting to me, and I'm excited to get through all of these. Yeah, I'm on a book buying ban for the foreseeable future. Like, I have gone overboard, but there's just so many interesting books that sound interesting, and I'm excited for, and yeah. And I'm not entirely sure what my plans are for the rest of the day. I think I'm just going to be staying inside because it's still quite cloudy, quite dreary, and yeah, I'll just pick up my camera whenever I feel like it for within the next week or so, so yeah. Days later, as you just saw, I did have to run some errands this morning, which I didn't film before. I did film me walking in this like a park that's like that I kind of passed by on my way home. So yeah, but I'm here to update you on the fact I finished the 13th Tale by Diane Sutterfield. I really enjoyed the atmosphere of this book. Like, it is quite gothic, as I mentioned in the past. And I did like the ending, and I did kind of like the reason Miss Winter, who's this like famous author who asks our main character Margaret to write her biography on. Like, her reason for why she chose Margaret, because Margaret only really published like one thing, so yeah, I did like it, and I'm gonna give it 4 stars. The only issue I have with it is this book's published in 2006, and I feel like you can tell like there's some very dated language in this book. There is the R word that is used when talking about a character, so do keep that in mind when picking up this book. So yeah. And the next book I'll be reading is The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. This is about this woman I believe it's like in a colonial times in the US, and she is kind of outside of her community in the way she behaves, and there's something living in the woods that's next to her community, and I think it's about witchcraft and whatnot. But I am intrigued, and this cover is just really beautiful. So yeah, I'll update you when I update you. And it's the next day. I'm here to give a reading update. I'm about 50 pages into The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson, and I felt like I might have given like the wrong synopsis of this book, because this is really about this girl who's kind of like outcasted from her community because of the fact like her mother, she is I guess a bastard child, and her father is someone who this community considers like he's a part of a group that's considered as outsiders, and her mother, they go into these dark woods in a place that no one comes out of and people are not supposed to go into. She somehow came out of that, and people just found it weird, like they just think she was cursed by something, because apparently according to legend, Lilith and her, I guess, children came out of these woods and caused that hound to go into darker times, and this prophet, I guess, led them into the bright times. So yeah, but because of this history, she's not really favored, this main character, as well. It has also caused her family, like her grandfather, grandmother, her other relatives, just to be cast in the community, like cast from being favored. So yeah, but she does go into the woods and she gets a book, and so far I am intrigued. Like, for some reason this feels a bit culty. I know it's not. This is like what people generally believed in at the time, but something about it seems quite culty to me personally. But like this, the way religion is in this town. Like, I'm not saying religion is like a cult. That's horrible for me to say, but it's just the way it's written here. This like. And people have to stay here, like they are not able to leave this community. Like, there's a road that leads out of it, but no one really leaves the community, and I think it's been a long time since an outsider has come to this community. So yeah. So yeah, so far I am like in the right thing, and I am intrigued to see where this book goes. And yeah. And it looks like my plans for the weekend unfortunately might be changed, because they promise rain again for the third weekend in a row. Like, yeah, so my plans might change, but oh well, it happens. I might film what I was gonna get up to, but in a different vlog maybe. But yeah, hopefully my plans don't change this weekend. Like, maybe Mother Nature will change her mind soon. Yeah. But tomorrow I am excited for my plans, as I look forward to this every year. My town does this like a scarecrow, like on this lineup, I guess, along the historical. Sorry, I was called for by my father who needed help with something. So yeah. But what was I saying is, tomorrow I hope to go to Main Street in my town. As my town does like this, I guess it hosts this like lineup of scarecrows, where scarecrows wrote us, one up and down a certain section of Main Street in my town. And the scarecrows were made by groups in my town, like religious organizations or like stores or schools or from them organizations from them. I guess groups in my town. So yeah, it's always interesting seeing what people create in months through the entirety of October, and it is, I don't know, it's just fun to see. I guess it's sometimes a bit funny. Sometimes can get a bit political and a bit like, because when COVID first hit, there was a lot of scarecrows centered around like the pandemic and what's going on in Eastern Europe. Has also been, I guess, a theme, non-conscious theme, or maybe conscious, who knows, but yeah, it's always interesting to see. And the older part of my town is just very beautiful in general, so I look forward to it. And yeah, but we'll see what I get up to today, what I get up to tomorrow. I could be speaking too soon, plans change, but I'm sure sometime in October I will definitely be going there just to see like the scarecrows look like this year, because each year they're a bit different. Like the same scarecrows are never really used. So yeah, speak to you tomorrow. It's the next day. As you saw, I did go for a bit of a walk at Main Street in my town. Saw some of the scarecrows. There was one I should have filmed that was quite funny. It was like these two skeletons like being mechanics. I don't know, it was just a bit silly. But yeah, it's like it's a mixture of some really funny like ideas and some quite serious ones. Like I think also the theme for this year was Barbieheimer, which I've not seen either. I'm not really a movie person, so yeah. But that was fun. Anyway, I have done some more reading, and I'm now on page 108 of The Year of the Witchen. I'm still really liking this, and so far, our main character, Manuel. I probably should look up how to say it, but yeah, sorry if I butchered it. But anyway, she's been in the Dark Woods twice. Like it's like she's almost being lured there, or something about the woods is like not forcing her, but luring her to go to the woods, even though she knows she shouldn't. And she does meet these four witches, or the four witches of this legend. And one was like she gets her first period, and I think it's also interesting how that might have like set off a plague in her community because of the fact she bled. It's like giving the offering of blood to the woods, to these witches, to the dark side. So yeah, she might have accidentally caused the plague to Whole Foods. How much? Yeah, I just found it a bit amusing, but yeah. So far, I am liking it. I did have a bit of an issue trying to read because I had an appointment and I was reading while in a waiting room, and I swear they played that music like in the waiting room so loud because I have a thing where I cannot really listen to music or really anything while reading it. I feel like it breaks my concentration. Like I cannot listen to any like room vibe thing without getting pulled out of the story. Like, so I got pulled on and yeah. But despite that, I am liking it. And so yeah, I think tomorrow I'm just gonna go to a grocery store. There's like one grocery store that's one way that I like going to because that's where I get my organic fruits and vegetables. But my main shopping is like in a downtown area. That's kind of like not downtown area, but like a part of town where there's just a bunch of big chain grocery stores. So yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna go to that one, and I might go to TJ Maxx, and I'm hopefully going for a walk, but you might see it, but if not, yeah. And it's the next day. As you saw, I did go for a bit of a walk this morning. And I did go to TJ Maxx and I got like a couple warm socks, like not warm but fuzzy socks like to wear around the house and a nice blazer. So yeah. And I have done some more reading of The Year of the Witching. I'm now on page 164 and I'm still liking it. I am liking the fact that our main character, I'm Manua. Anyway, she's been brought up to believe a certain way, to think a certain way, and she does things that's kind of like outside the protocol of her town. Like she knows how to swim, she likes to read. Like swimming is seen as a sin because it's like, oh, then that the devil tempted you or something like that. But she knows that and saved her life, and she's figuring out that maybe things aren't entirely black and white. Like maybe there's actual life outside of our community. Like we're not only like people, like only civilized people. Someone told her that, but she's also thinking maybe not all of my teachings are true. Maybe their teachings are wrong. Like she's seen proof that what's seen as like a way to protect people from the Holy War is just like the Holy War was really seen as an excuse to massacre a group of people for no reason. So yeah, and she is pointing out that women do tend to be punished more severely than men for committing the same sin, like such as adultery. And so yeah, I am liking it. In fact, she's kind of figuring out like maybe not everything I'm being told is correct, but she's not entirely sure like what is correct. Like she knows what happened. She's not entirely sure if the dark one's right or if her tongue is right. Like anyway, she's conflicted and she does want to try, and she is a good character. Like she did try to fix mistakes. Like she was able to end the plague that was affecting her tongue. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens in this novel and what else happens in this book. And and despite the fact I'm wearing the same shirt and I'm in the same location, it's actually the next day. I had a few appointments I had to go to today, but while I was reading, I have done more reading of the Year of the Witching, and I'm still liking it. We did learn more of Emmanuel's mother's activities in the woods, like what Marianne did after her lover was essentially executed by the church. And yeah, I'm not gonna say, but because it would be a spoiler, but yikes. Emmanuel, oh my word. I'm getting worse at pronouncing her name. I definitely should have looked it up. I'm an idiot, but yeah, she did learn more of her family's history, like her mother's past essentially, and yeah, then second plague has gone through the town, and I'm still intrigued. I can't help but feel sorry for our main character in the sense she is kind of being used as a vessel for these curses. So yeah. Yeah, I am still in this book. It's not scary to me, but it's just intense in a way. So yeah, I do love the descriptions of her in the woods, when creepy stuff's going on in the woods. I mean, later the same day, as you saw, I did go for a bit of a walk, which I didn't really enjoy. And as you have seen throughout this vlog, I am trying to film myself more out in public, because I feel like I only film myself in my house. So. But for me, I just filming or taking pictures of the world around me. I love capturing the world around me from my eyes, which is why I have my second Instagram account _ it look through my eyes. I just taking pictures of the world. The world's beautiful. I want to capture it. So yeah, the walk was nice. For a bit cloudy, because I think they did promise rain today. I think they changed their minds, and tomorrow we're gonna get rain. So yeah, I think that's all for today. I haven't really done any more reading, and yeah, I'm just enjoying my life right now. And it's the next day, and as you saw, I did go for a lovely walk this morning, and yeah. I did have plans to go to a tag sale, but because they promised rain, the tag sale got cancelled. I have done some more reading, and I have also done some cleaning and whatnot. I did some laundry and just cleaned a bit of my house. So yeah. But anyway, I'm now on page 284 of the Year of the Witching, and I'm still really liking it. I'm not exactly sure what else I can say. That's not a spoiler. Besides, the fact I'm Manuel. She's trying to cure, or put a stop to what's going on in her community. She's trying to reverse what her mother did. and let's put a stop to it. So that's intriguing. Vita's got to that point where she's trying. Well, she's gonna be really trying, so I'm intrigued to see if she's able to. I'm assuming she will, because I think I don't have that much left of the book. Like, the book is about, I want to say 356 pages, and so I only have about 70-ish left. So yeah, I'm intrigued, and yeah, it's Saturday, and typically I will end my vlog on a Saturday just because it's like a full week. I might film tomorrow as well, or I might start a new vlog, but we will see. But if I decide to start a new vlog, then that's it for this week. So if you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below telling me what you've been up to recently. If you want to, please subscribe to this channel, and if you want to follow me on any social media, then all those links are in the down bar below. I'll see you guys next time I post a video. Bye.